Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are doing well and welcome back to another topic relating to the beautiful topic of gang stalking and of course, as I always say to you guys, I hope that this gang stalking is not affecting you as much. I know it's difficult, but like I always say, you gotta stay motivated, you gotta stay psyched up and keep your spirits very high because this is a battle. You can see it as a psychological or spiritual battle if you want to. Do whatever it takes to stay on top of things. Don't let these people bring you down. So, what is the topic of today's video? Um, it's a very interesting topic. I discussed narcissism and how it relates into gang stalking. And in this video, I want to discuss a very specific uh, topic, which is um, narcissistic flying monkeys. So, narcissistic flying monkeys and how they operate within the gang stalking, let's say, program or scheme. So, any of you guys out there who may not know a lot about narcissism, maybe you're kind of new to this topic. It's been discussed very, very widely by many authors and, of course, many books, but also on YouTube channels and so on and so forth have discussed narcissism fully. Like I said, I'm just going to repeat a bit about it. I'm going to say that in summary, narcissism is a very dangerous disorder. It's a toxic disorder that makes individuals attempt to control and manipulate the people around them for selfish reasons. And oftentimes, narcissistic people are very abusive and toxic to the people around them. Now, oftentimes what you find is that narcissistic people use what are called flying monkeys to do their bidding for them. So oftentimes the narcissist may not actually be willing to engage in the abuse themselves. So what they do is they'll have a bunch of loyal sort of minion types who are loyal to them, who would be willing to do their bidding for them. And what they would do is they would convince them to attack and abuse and harm certain people that the target, for example, because of whatever reason. So it could be that perhaps the target has pissed off the narcissist. Maybe the narcissist is angry. Maybe the narcissist is jealous. It could be any reason. But for whatever reason it is, narcissists oftentimes use flying monkeys to do the bidding. Now, it could be said, of course, that the foot soldiers, the street harassment that you are dealing with on a daily basis as a target individual is most often than not being done and carried out by flying monkeys. These are people who are operating on the behalf of someone else, someone much higher up, somebody who has more respect, reputation, more power than they do. And these people are operating underneath them. They're operating for them. You could say also that they're operating by proxy. By proxy means, it's usually a term, it's a war term. That means, for example, if you say war by proxy, that means you are not actually engaging in the war. You're just paying somebody else to fight on your behalf. So technically you are the one sending these people, but you are not actually fighting yourself. You're getting somebody else to fight for you, if that makes any sense. So a lot of times, the people who are actually doing the gang stalking and the tactics and all that, carrying out all these duties and assignments against you, a lot of times they are flying monkeys. The funny thing is, flying monkeys also are very likely to be narcissistic. So a flying monkey, more often than not, also have either narcissistic traits or are full-on narcissists themselves. It just so happens that they do not have the power and influence of the other higher-up narcissist who is commanding all of these tactics and assignments. And So they are just sending these people to abuse you. Um, I hope that clarifies a little bit about these flying monkeys and who they are. Was? Forget about. Sorry, it's my neighbor. So yeah, basically, flying monkeys are operating and doing the bidding of the narcissist individual. And oftentimes, if you are being targeted in the gang stalking, the people who are carrying out all these things against you, they are flying monkeys, and they are also narcissists. What motivates these flying monkeys to act in such a ridiculous way? Why do they join in abusing the targeted individual? Why do they not side with the victim? Why do they side with the abuser? The answer is very simple. The answer is that because, like I said, these people are attracted to chaotic behavior. They're attracted to toxicity themselves. A lot of times they are narcissists themselves. So, of course, they would want to have an excuse to abuse someone else. Of course, they're going to frame it in a way that the target deserves the treatment, that they have done something to deserve this kind of abuse. But of course, this is nonsense. This is just an excuse to abuse and harass and harm an innocent person. Like I said before, scapegoating is involved, so excuses are going to be generated or created. False excuses will be generated and whatever to say that the targeted individual actually deserves the treatment that they're getting. So obviously, the flying monkeys are not going to frame it in a way that they are actually persecuting and abusing some innocent person. No, because they are narcissists, they are going to frame it in a way that they are the good ones who are fighting against a bad person that deserves what they're getting. And of course, because they're doing their bidding for the higher up narcissist, their excuse would be that this narcissist, that they are like protecting or standing up for this narcissist because they've been, maybe the narrative that he is creating is that he has been actually victimized by the targeted individual, which is complete nonsense. But you would be surprised. This actually happens. These false narratives are created all the fucking time. So this is the reason why flying monkeys join into these things. There's also another reason why flying monkeys would be so willing to engage in this kind of abusive gang stalking behavior. It might also be because of a hierarchy. So, of course, because the narcissist who is sending them has a lot of influence and power, they are trying to curry favor with him or her. So the flying monkeys might be trying to harass and abuse and carry out missions for the narcissist in order to get favor by the higher up narcissist, in order to be seen in better light and to get promoted, so to speak, to you know, I mean, like basically they're trying to suck up to this authority because they believe that by pleasing him and doing all these things that he likes is going to garner respect from him, and that he's going to like promote them. And of course, it's very likely in this gang stalking scheme, this program, that money is involved. So obviously, if these people are carrying out these flying monkeys are carrying out these missions and they're actually getting paid for it, there is also the money incentive. But they're also seeing the bigger picture, which is that if they get promoted, the narcissist might start paying them even more money, and you get what I'm saying. So they would garner respect, recognition by the narcissist. You know, look at me, I have, you know, done such and such to that piece of shit targeted individual. So, you know, I deserve to be promoted and given money, more money, and so on and so forth. Yeah. So this is another reason why this basically happens. And yeah, I think I've basically covered everything about these flying monkeys. There's a lot that can be said about flying monkeys, but it would surprise you. I would say this is like a recommendation basically for anyone who is dealing with narcissistic people. If you ever find yourself in a situation where you are facing against somebody who you think is a narcissist, who is abusing you or trying to abuse you, and there is another third person who seems to always stand by them, as in they're always standing by them, they're always defending them. You could, for example, go to this person and say, well, this person, that narcissist did this and that to me, they did all these horrible things to me. And the flying monkey would say, nah, that never happened. No way this happened. And they just always seem to stand by that fucking abuser. If this is happening to you, you're probably dealing with a flying monkey, and you should probably cut off that person, because if they're constantly standing against you and protecting and standing by these abusive, narcissistic, toxic individuals, they're not trying to help you. You get what I'm saying? Like, they're not on your side. This person is not trying to see the truth. They're not interested in the truth. They don't want to see things as they really are, and they definitely don't want to help you, especially if you're being victimized, because what they are trying to do is enable and protect the abusers, the people who are doing these things to you. This is just to clarify this to other people. If you always get the feeling that this person just doesn't want to see the truth, they're just willing to deny the truth fully in favor of the narcissist, to believe this, narrative that the narcissist is innocent or maybe even a victim. Yeah, clearly there's a problem. So if you've ever come to horns with a narcissist and you decide to cut him off, you will realize that you are more likely than not going to have to also deal with all the previous contacts that you've had in your life, which are linked or related to the narcissist, as in your mutual contacts, and that you would have to cut those people off as well. Because what you're going to discover is that when you cut off the narcissist, those people are going to come after you, and they're going to try to guilt trip you. They're going to try to shame you. Why are you doing this? Blah, 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 blah. Try to make you out to be a bad person. So watch out. This explains basically who the flying monkeys are. Most of them are narcissists, and they're basically people who, because of their narcissism and toxicity, do enjoy getting involved in this kind of toxic, abusive behavior like gangstalking. And they may see nothing wrong with it because deep down they enjoy it. Of course, they're going to frame it in a way that they are actually doing the right thing and blah, 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 blah. But that is not the case. Anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hope that you guys can put a like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys in the next one.